Hey, Tony, what's the most common word that people try to get you to say because you're from the South?
Water.
Water.
So today, want to talk about investment animals that you may make or that you may buy. Some of those animals may have extra genes that you might not necessarily want into that project, or may not have all of the genes that you want to work into that project, but sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. This is going to be an example of what I am trying to say. We got a package today, more snakes from Justin at JKR. We were up there a month or so ago buying snakes, and yes, we were up there a few weeks buying snakes, and yes, we just got more snakes in from him today. So, but everybody knows that I'm not a huge fan of pastel, and I'm not a huge fan of pinstripe. It's not that I hate those genes, because I don't hate any of the genes. Make sure I got the right ones here. But they're just not a gene that I choose to work with very heavily in my projects. So I thought, let's start with the pastel. Pastel's a gene that normally doesn't go very well with most of my projects. However, Desert Ghost, Phoenix Enhancer, whatever particular one you want to use or call it, looks fantastic with pastel, and all the combos look great. I knew I wanted to get into red stripe from Justin and Frank Bird. Some of the combos that they made, I started getting a little impressed by. Not so much with the clown stuff, it's just some of the other combinations that I've seen, and decided that I wanted to get red stripe into the Desert Ghost project. Well, I don't have any red stripe at all, none. So I have to buy that, or I can breed to make my own hets after I buy a male or a female red stripe. I decided that I was going to pick up a pastel red stripe het Desert Ghost female from Justin. So this is her. Beautiful snake. Again, pastel works great with the red stripe project. It works great with the Desert Ghost project, so I don't mind pastel in this particular snake. If I did not want the pastel in the snake, then I would have had to make a decision whether or not to wait and find something else, or just go ahead and go with the pastel and go from there. So another snake that we got from Justin was something that I've been looking for, which was Orange Dream Yellow Belly Het Desert Ghost female. Unfortunately, it had a gene that I really don't like working a whole lot, which was pinstripe. So this is an Orange Dream Yellow Belly pinstripe Het Desert Ghost. So I really wasn't crazy about the pinstripe in this particular animal. I really didn't want it there, but I didn't want to give up the opportunity to not purchase this animal because it did have something else or 2 other genes on top of the hit that I was looking for. So we purchased her as well. So my point is today that sometimes you have to either buy, or if you make an animal that has an extra gene, or even if you produce or buy an animal that doesn't have enough genes, at least that's still a stepping stone for that project. And honestly, who knows what that extra gene may do into that project, and you're not always going to hit that extra gene. Or, you know, maybe you buy or produce the animal that's lacking a gene, but at least you get a little bit further ahead with your project. So that being said, don't be scared to invest or buy, even if it's not the perfect animal that you're looking for. The flip side of that is, if you are patient and you do want to wait, that's perfectly fine too. There have been many people that have asked me about purchasing a snake, and they want to wait on the right one. Well, that's fine if you want to wait, but the odds are stacked against us, and it takes a long time sometimes to produce the animal that you want to produce. We were lucky enough last week to produce an animal that we've been trying for a long time to make, and it's not even that difficult of an animal to produce, but it took us a long time. So you waiting on your perfect animal could take a while. If you're okay and comfortable with that, then by all means wait. But it's not a bad thing to purchase the extra gene that you might not want into the project, or purchase an animal that does not have exactly the gene that you're looking for, but something close, or purchase an animal that may be less a gene or 2, but at least it gets you somewhere down closer to your project. And sometimes when we produce animals here, we don't make exactly what we want to keep, and most of the time we'll keep them anyway. Guess that's about it.
So you were talking about in your video a second ago, different genes that you might get that you might not necessarily want. Now, I've got a few in my collection that we talked about before that, you know, I bought because the other stuff is going to work with my projects. I'm pretty sure both of us are loud enough where we can talk over the air conditioning. But you know, I got some genes and some things that I wouldn't, you know, probably not have even considered. But the other stuff in it, in some of my multi-gene animals, are good for the projects I'm working on. Now, we were talking about that, and then you pull this thing out, and I remember when you got this one.
Yep.
So let's talk about this snake a little bit.
So this is a lesser vanilla yellow belly hurricane, and he sired some clutches for us this year. But originally when I purchased this animal, I really did not want anything in the bell complex with the hurricane. Not that I have anything against that, but I had a bunch of females that I wanted to put hurricane to that I can't now because he has the lesser, and I don't want to make bells that are possible hurricanes.
And then you're in situations like I got where you got to try to figure out what it is.
Because
you don't have a clue. Yeah, I completely understand that. Which, hey, I'm going to be happy with some random select stuff. Yep. You know, so it's going to be completely fine.
So what I ended up doing was breeding to some non-bell complex females, and they're laying eggs now. I think we have two clutches in the incubator from him now, and several more that are on the way. I will take some of those animals and raise those animals up for the project that I want to work with.
Right.
I don't need the lesser, I don't want the lesser, but I am bound and determined that something I hatch this year will be something that I like more than him.
Right. And
I'll keep that one. Yep. And of course, there'll be some females that he produces that I'm sure I want to hold back too, because we only have 2 female hurricanes as of right now.
But the hurricane gene, I'm digging this. I'm loving some mixed up crazy patterns and things. That's just kind of how I roll, and I'm super excited with the blackhead stuff I got from you. earlier this year to see what comes out with that. So I'm stoked to see what this guy's going to make.
Absolutely.
I mean, just look at the eyes on him too. That's what I really like about these things. Is just they got gorgeous eyes. And me personally, I like the lesser one. So eventually, I'll just probably
Oh, absolutely.
try to talk
I
you
love
into,
the way the
try
snake
to talk
looks.
you into this one.
Absolutely. I love the way the snake looks. It's just not what I needed at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
So I purchased it anyway, and basically through breeding, we'll get the lesser out of what I need to make later on.
That'd be cool. That'd be real cool.
Once again, don't be scared to invest in animals, even if it isn't exactly what you want.
Yep, I agree with that completely. There's been a few different things that I've had a few different people, Tony and some of our other friends that say this is perfect for you, and I go no, I don't, and then they're like no, you're not seeing it right, and I have to stop, I have to step back, I have to look and go, they're right. You know what I mean? That this is perfect for me. The price point I want it at. This is the right animal that I can use not only in one project, but in multiple projects or projects down the line. I mean, that's something. This little guy, he's going to be a mean machine.
Always looking to the future.
Yep. Yeah, you got to think about what 5, 6 years ahead.
There you go.
Yep, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Look at him.
Thanks for watching our Daddy's channel. Make sure you subscribe.